Hello, Minecraftians. Happy Monday to you all, and welcome to this an unexpected Realm News Flash with the Dark Lord, where I put real in Realm and expand your mind one block at a time. And a news flash is in order, folks. I know that this is very unexpected, as I just said, but there's a lot going on in the world of Minecraft and snapshots lately. And the update 1.21 is going to be a literal game changer. So I felt it necessary as Realm News, a news show, to provide this unexpected update to you. This is the first ever Realm News Flash, and this is something that I am going to incorporate in the show. Do not worry, I will always have my regular program, my episodes that release on Thursdays, which are weekly. I will always have those. But I felt that this is necessary, as I said, because there's a lot going on in the Minecraft world. The developers are creating a lot, like the wolf variants, the armor from the scoots, the armadillo scoots, all those snapshots, and all those are going to be in this 1.21 update. And so, yes, I felt necessary to brief you guys and be more relevant. So don't worry, I will always have my regular program going on Thursdays, and you can find those where podcasts can be found. This is just an additional bonus content covering essential breaking news that cannot wait. And today I am covering the newest weapon to be released to Minecraft. And it is in the experimental phase right now for you to try out with all the other new additions they have added so far, like the armadillos, the new wolf variants I just mentioned, the trim armors, etc. But this news flash is specifically about the mace that is coming. Minecraft's soon-to-be newest weapon. Let's get into it, folks. I am recording this on St. Paddy's Day, March 17th, 2024. I'm just telling you that because you'll be hearing this a day after I record on Monday. And I just want to tell you that to give you a frame of reference. The mace was introduced to us very recently by the Mojang team on March 14th, 2024, as part of the 24W11A snapshot. So I'm recording this a couple days after the news release by the official Mojang people. And I'm just doing this recording and this news flash for you who have not heard about this yet, or maybe haven't had time to scour the internet and read it for yourselves, or maybe you just want to hear it in audio and from my pretty voice. Well, I'm bringing it to you because this is extremely interesting. Now, you can go test out the mace in the trial chambers and all the updates to come by turning on the experimental mode. Yes, you can find like all the wolf variants, play around with all the things that they are about to include in the 1.21 update by turning on experimental mode. But there is a little caveat to this. It has been mentioned by the Mojang people, and it's always something that could occur while using experimental mode. It could crash your world, so maybe open up a new one that you don't mind losing or back years up before doing this. Now, this mace is the newest weapon to be introduced to Minecraft in 6 years, and I just think it is simply fantastic. I mean, I think it's just amazing. I could be Thor now. The very cool and unique thing about this mace is that it will give more damage the further you fall. Yes, the higher of a height that you fall from, the greater the damage to the mob or the hostile mob or the entity that you're trying to kill. So the further up that you fall, when you land that hit on it, the more damage points to that entity. By landing the hit, this will also negate the fall damage that you would normally take on by hitting the ground. But if you miss your target, if you do not club that thing with this mace, as you fall, if you don't land it correctly, you will smash into the ground like a pancake and die. That's the tricky thing to this, which I think gives a fun element, honestly. And before, I didn't know before that if you did fall and land a blow that it did that anyways, like with a sword. They kind of mentioned that in the video. I have watched the YouTube videos of people killing the Wither in one blow with this mace, people. Like, it's kind of crazy. I saw somebody jump from, I don't know what height, it had to be almost max height, and fell right on top of the Wither and clubbed it and killed it with one blow. Some people do not like this. They see it as an unchallenging way to kill enemies. Personally, I like it. I think it's a challenge in itself trying to land the blow. And yeah, I don't know. I think it'll just be hard landing the blow, especially for me who plays on a Kindle. It's going to be a challenge. So, I don't think this will make it necessarily easier. And in the YouTube video of the Mojang people, which I'm going to have all these sources I mentioned in this news flash listed in the description, so you can check out that video and stuff by them. But it's just going to bring a whole different element, especially in the trial chambers using the mace, because there's a lot elevated areas that you can jump off of in those trial chambers. So it's kind of designed for that. That's why it complements it so well with this update. Now, if you do land your blow on the target, not only will it kill that specific target, but it'll do something else. It's going to do a blowback and hurt other mobs in that vicinity of the target that you just struck and killed. It has a damage radius of sorts, if that makes sense. I think this will be perfect for destroying zombie hordes, because zombies in this game can be in a horde up to 5, I believe. And one blow will deal damage to multiple targets. That will just be great in this type of scenario. And the Mojang YouTube video released on this mace goes on to explain that this is a craftable item, and you can do so with the new Breeze rod that will be dropped by the new hostile mob called the Breeze. And by using that Breeze rod that is dropped by the Breeze, you can also use the new Heavy Core. And use that Heavy Core and the Breeze rod, combine those two, I believe, in the crafting table, and that will make the mace, just by simply putting those two materials together. I want to go ahead and elaborate a little bit. The Breeze rod, as I said, will be dropped by the Breeze upon death after you kill the Breeze. And this rod can be used as the staff part of the mace, as I said, to make the mace, or you can use these Breeze rods to make up to 4 wind charges, which is a whole different thing that will be added as well in this update. These wind charges will also be very important in conjunction with this mace. And how so, Dark Lord? Well, you'll be able to cast a wind charge and lift yourself into the air in order to land a damaging blow with your new mace. So cool. So you're going to be able to cast a wind charge, shoot yourself up in the air, kind of like glide up, and then fall back down, and you will have the opportunity to strike that mace upon your enemy and give a debilitating blow to your foe and kill him. We can essentially get a boost in the air to help us land blows. The Heavy Core, the other essential material for crafting the mace, can be found, according to Minecraft Wiki, titled Heavy Core, can only be found by opening a vault in the trial chambers with a trial key. It has about a 2% chance of spawning the Heavy Core, so it appears that this will be a very rare object. And of course, with any new rare object that is introduced to Minecraft, also comes with much new theory and theories behind those new additions to the game. I have already seen Reddit buzzing with speculation about the mace, more specifically about the Heavy Core. I heard someone theorizing that Steve is made of Heavy Core. Yes, it was actually a pretty wild theory. I have already started to see a consensus as well online theorizing that this new Heavy Core may be made of the metal tungsten, if you're familiar with that. Apparently, this Heavy Core is extremely hard to break. A Redditor from what I read, was saying it took 45 seconds with a netherite pickaxe to break this block. This block also can be used as a decorative block. It looks really neat. Go check it out online. You'll be able to see it in the video provided. I love the theories that are being made surrounding this new weapon. I am sure that I will have some myself. In fact, I will. And you'll be able to find that on my subreddits if you go to my bio link, everybody, or my Discord. You'll be able to find all my theories. And join the Discord, please. Now, I cannot wait for the new update to come out and try it alongside all the other fun additions to the game. I personally just can't wait for it to be officially released before I play with the new stuff. I don't ever do the experimental modes, people. I never open my presents before my birthday. I'm just joking. Not saying that's wrong to play around with this. I'm just paranoid about crashing my little Kindle or something and losing all my worlds. I don't know. It's just my paranoia. So I just wait for it to be released in the official updates. But I read about all online so I can give it to you for such in this Realm News Flash. Now, I would like to wrap up this show with a little bit of history on the Mace. Bring the real to the realm in this new weapon of the game. So let's move on to the history of the Mace, people, before wrapping this news flash up. We are now in the real part of this Realm News Flash, and I will start this off with a direct definition found on www.britannica.com, titled Mace Weapon Britannica. Quote, purposely as offensive weapons were, maces dating from the Chalcolithic period or early Bronze Age, the mace was a simple rock, shaped for the hand and intended to smash bone and flesh, to which a handle had been added to increase the velocity and force of the blow. End quote. Chalcolithic period? If you remember episode 9 where I covered copper, you would know what the Chalcolithic period is exactly. It literally means time of copper. Between the Neolithic period, or the Agrarian period, and the Bronze Age. It was nestled between those two ages. It's what led to the Bronze Age. It was the birth of metallurgy. Go check out episode 9 if you haven't already. Moving on. I have found a great short article that makes for a great 2-minute read if you get a chance. It covers the mace in all of its simplicity. The article titled Mace, Medieval London Objects, at Medieval London, found at Medievallondon.ace.fordham.edu, published 2017. This fascinating article goes on to explain that the mace has evolved over time. In fact, the mace in its original form was more than likely made from stone. In fact, there's an exhibit in the Museum of London that has a display of a mace. And this mace has a stone head attached to the handle. This artifact there in this museum is dated back circa or around 2900 to 2100 BCE. Wow, that's ancient, people. It is speculated that the mace may have been the first weapon used in human history. It is said to have evolved from the club. The stone mace later evolved by implementing metal to that head instead of stone. I have a direct quote from this article that describes it perfectly. Quote, these heads are usually crafted from stone or some form of metal such as copper, bronze, iron, or steel, and can contain protrusions in order to allow the mace to penetrate heavier armor. End quote. It was an extremely effective weapon in debilitating an opponent, and appears to be so in the world of Minecraft as well. Before I conclude this show, I would like to throw out a fun fact about the mace. Fordham University's article includes that the name mace comes from the Middle French word mas dam, and also derives from the Latin word matiola, which was also an agricultural tool. So the Latin word was derived from a tool that was essentially the shape of this mace, but used for agricultural purposes, which is funny to me because I wasn't for murdering things, which I think's interesting. It's funny how it had a dual purposes, I suppose. So, just some food for thought there, folks. And this concludes the first ever Realm News Flash. I will be doing these in addition to my regular Realm News show, which are released weekly every Thursday without missing a beat. I will not ever deviate from that. I will always have a weekly Realm News show. But I felt necessary to make this because the Mace is a big deal. We have not had a new weapon in Minecraft in 6 years. And this weapon is composed of two entirely new materials, the heavy core and the breeze rods. This new weapon is bringing in a whole new slew of combat mechanics to the game, such as using the breeze effect to lift yourself up in the air and then bring the hammer of Thor down on the enemy with that heavy core. This is just going to be such a cool new weapon, folks. It also demonstrates how much this new update is focused on combat. As I said, with the trial chambers, the new wolf variants, the wolf was its original purpose was an extension to combat the wolf. And now the wolf will have the new wolf armor that you can gather from the new mob called the armadillo with its scoots that will be in that 1.21 update. I personally cannot wait to play with all the new stuff. Also, we learned a little bit about the history of the mace that I just went into. So now when you utilize your new mace in the overworld to destroy your foes, you will realize that this is the most ancient form of weaponry in combat. A weapon that evolved from a club, then added a stone to the end. That stone later became copper during the Chalcolithic period and evolved to a harder, more durable material such as iron and steel, and now is heavy core in our beloved game of Minecraft. And now people are speculating that heavy core is made of tungsten already. I hope you all enjoyed this Realm News Flash, and I wish you all a happy Monday, and I will see you this Thursday. I won't have to wait long. With that said, the Dark Lord signing off. If you want to reach me or become part of the Realm News community, just go to bio.link/Realm News, and there you will be able to join the Realm News Discord, my new Realm News subreddit I have. You can email me there. You can follow Realm News on Twitter, now X, and just become part of the community. I love the feedback. I would love to hear what you have to say. Yeah, just go check it out. I'll provide that in all my show descriptions. Just click on that link and I'll see you guys there.